So are you saying that the stars in the sky, those billions of stars that are up there, are actually souls that have evolved?
Yes. They're aspects of souls that have evolved. So these myths that you hear, such as Draco the dragon, where there's been movies out about that. I think Sean Connery was one where when he died, he went up and he was a star. Don't you remember that movie where Sean Connery had that voice of the dragon, and when he died in the end, he became the star?
I really don't remember. I must have missed that one.
And well, they actually even sell stars that people can name themselves
I know
after.
that, yes.
And this is myth going back forever, but I believe that myths start from reality in some aspect. We've just lost the meaning behind it.
So, everything has to have some basis in reality to have started to begin with.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that.
Yeah. Now you have, let's look at some pictures.
Okay.
Now let's look at the first picture that you asked David to put up. Here it is.
Yeah.
And now this picture here is, explain it to us.
Well, this is the one I saw in the condo where I recognized that the sun had a piranha tube, which floored me. Now, I knew that everything from a mouse to a planet had the same electromagnetic body with many components to it. But I didn't put it together really until I saw this picture of the sun where I was the piranha tube. Now, those of you that have psychic vision, you will see the sun around the solar plexus with a hand actually cradling the sun, and then above it. Oh, move that picture down a little bit. Move it down a little bit in the studio if you can, because I see the head part is cut off. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Okay, there you go. There you go. Okay. Now, do you see the shoulders and the head rising?
That's the one you showed me before.
Yes, that's the one I showed you. And if you have some clairvoyancy or can look in it, you can see the shoulders with the arm coming down and the hand is holding the sun. Mm-hmm. And then below it is the piranha tube with the legs and so forth.
Now you took that from the condo.
That was a condo in Florida.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't seem to matter where I go, or where it is. They can create these pictures anywhere. Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So now you feel that was God showing you something while you were there?
Well, yes, it would have had to been, because why else would something so magnificent show in a regular digital camera?
That's true.
I mean, other people take a picture of the sun, they get just the regular old sun. I take a picture of the sun, I get the sun morphing before my very eyes.
Yeah, I see that. I know, and all the other pictures too that you showed before. So now, when you take these pictures, we can start, I guess, showing some of these pictures, and we can talk about them while we're conversing. Here's one. Now, tell us about this.
Oh, well, this one it was just a beautiful day, and I had been told to take a picture of the sun for my first book. So I went and I took this picture, and I thought, now, how did that sun become blue on such a beautiful, clear, bright day instead of bright yellow? That was my first thought. And then as I'm looking at it, you see the big ring?
Yeah.
Well, that's actually, what they told me was it was showing me the world when it was first created as the water world. So you can see how it almost went from day to night, basically, to show this picture. And also, if you look at it, it's almost like there's two eyes and a nose there. Do you see that little mouth?
Yeah.
So it's almost like, they made it so there's a face in this big ring too, and but that's what I was told. That's what it looked like when the world was first formed and it was created out of water.
When you're seeing these kinds of things and taking these kinds of pictures, what do you feel? I mean, what do you feel that you're being told by the divine?
Well, my first feeling is one of awe, because I'm like overwhelmed that, I mean, I don't know anyone who's ever shown me anything like this, so I'm thinking like, wow. And then, because I can hear, I have psychic hearing, and then to be told these things, and I say, wow, that's amazing. I mean, really, that's all I can really say. I'm just so astounded by it, and then it takes a little while to sink in before you can actually even verbalize anything about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Now, when you do take these pictures and then you develop them and you see what they are, here's another one. what do you feel you're being told? Are you being told, like, here I am, show everybody I exist?
Well, in the beginning, I think it was just for my own knowledge, because these pictures are now, some of them are going back to 2004, and at that time I was not to show those pictures, but now I'm told I can.
Excuse me.
So I think it's because with 2012 coming, Mankind Awakening, and so forth, that they would be more receptive and open-minded to think that this is a possibility.
So then you feel that you were being shown these things, to take them now while I'm showing them to you, hold them for later when the world needs to see them.
Yeah, because I have been told, and I believe it, I believe I am favored and anointed by the Holy Spirit, and meant to be a global spiritual teacher. So, and I had been told that I would know about everything, but you know, a little bit about everything, whereas some of my students may go on to specialize in one aspect and so forth. So I get a broad range of things from my understanding. For higher knowledge, higher truth. Because really, on Earth, we're really kind of in kindergarten compared to the rest of the galaxy and the universes.
True. Yes, 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 yes. Do you think that the average person can see things like this, get pictures, get messages?
I think that a lot of people do see things, and they do get momentary flashes of vision, but they just dismiss it. And then I think that there's others who it's so natural to them, they utilize it, but don't think they have psychic gifts. That it's just so ingrained in them that they just get an immediate impression, and they don't realize that, gee, I saw that flash in my third eye, or I got this, you know, intuition about something.
Yeah. So you feel that the divine is always giving us messages. It's just a matter of being open to picking them up.
Absolutely. And I think anybody can hone and become clairvoyant. It's a question of not only paying attention and honing them, but many times your electromagnetic body is broken, basically. And there is a psychic system in there that can be repaired. And once it's repaired, your gifts become stronger.
Oh.
Yes, and this is part of the attunements that occur in Yatuve Energy School.
I see.
Yes.
Yes, you have what you call Yatuve Energy School. Now, where is this energy school?
It is in South Jersey, and monthly classes are held, and they're held in semesters of 6 classes, and 2 of them are in person to get people off to a firm foundation, and the others are telenors or webinars, so that people don't have to travel on a monthly basis if they want to come in from Europe or Minnesota or wherever, so that they can still learn.
And so how do they get the rest of the class? On the web, you mean? Like on
telenors,
online?
webinars, workbooks.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I see. And then you just keep in touch with them that way?
Yes.
I see.
And then twice out of the 6 months they come in person for
Right.
on-hand learning.
I see, I see. Well, we have a page at the end of the show. We'll mention it again later.
Okay.
That that has your information on if anybody's interested in taking these classes.
Wonderful.
Yeah, that would be good. So, okay, so we can go on with some of the pictures.
Oh, this is what I had first started mentioning about how I had been told to go out and take a picture of the sun for my book. And so it's a beautiful, bright, sunny day, and I'm snapping pictures of the sun. And when I developed it, I'm thinking, how can it be, it was broad daylight, how can it be nighttime? And yet the sun is out.
It looks like nighttime, yeah.
Doesn't it? So, you know, I'm looking at this, and then I'm starting to realize that they just turned the day-night. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so what I did was, and I've learned from experience with taking these type of pictures, that you snap them, a lot of them, in a row, because there's sometimes a sequence or a series that you can actually see developing, which is what we did here, which is what I did here. So you'll see how this actually develops.
Right. Okay, so then so this is a sequence of pictures now that will give David the chance to change the picture.
Yep.
And it develops into it goes into a different
into a series where you can actually see the sun transforming. Look, there's a picture. look at that. Now it's still nighttime, but now suddenly look at all those rays and it's creating a ring. Do you see that?
Yeah.